Only on NBC4, concerns from a Columbus police officer during a stop that an on-duty sheriff's deputy sergeant may have been with a prostitute.
And that's the heart of an internal investigation. We requested that officer's body cam video.
Well, he's nervous as hell, and I'm pretty sure he's got a 49 in the car with him.
49 is police code for prostitute. NBC4 broke the story about CPD stopping Franklin County Sheriff's Deputy Sergeant David Argema twice in one night.
And NBC4's Rob Sneed spent days combing through the sergeant's internal affairs case file. He joins us live now from the Watch 4 Alert Desk. Rob?
Matt, there are so many questions here. Why was he using work hours to spend time with that woman while getting paid your tax dollars? Why was he in his personal car and not a county vehicle? Internal Affairs now investigating possible misconduct at various times and dates. Twice, Columbus Police stopped Sergeant David Argema on Saturday, November 9th. Columbus Police say the first stop happened around midnight at the Boathouse restaurant at Confluence Park. An alarm went off there. An officer arrived and saw a suspicious vehicle parked behind the restaurant. The vehicle drove away. The officer followed and caught up with the car near State Route 315. Inside his personal vehicle, Sergeant Argema and a woman. The officer called for backup. In this body cam video you'll only see on NBC4. Listen to the conversation between two CPD officers.
Well, he's nervous as hell, and I'm pretty sure he's got a 49 in the car with him. I walk up, and the car starts rolling backwards. I'm like, hey, put it in park.
You can hear that officer saying he thinks that woman in Sergeant Argema's passenger seat is a prostitute.
I have him in a traffic stop. He does not have his ID or his badge. He has a stranger in the passenger seat, and he doesn't have a very good explanation as to why he was sitting where he was sitting. He's given me some causes for concern, so I just wanted to confirm that he is on duty.
The officer asked who the woman was. Argema said she's a friend. When questioned later, Sergeant Argema said she's a girlfriend. Things got tense when Sergeant Argema got out of his car against the officer's initial commands.
How long have you been with the Franklin County Sheriff's Office?
20 years.
Okay. And just out of curiosity, what happens when you're on a traffic stop and the driver's door pops open and the driver steps out? I mean, Christ, just kick your legs back in there for me. Stay in the car. Don't get back out for me.
You said,
let me confirm. Let me confirm that. Okay, you've already told me you're armed. Let me confirm that. Just keep the door closed for me, sir.
The officer confirmed Sergeant Argema was on duty and let him and the woman go. This will not be Sergeant Argema's last encounter with Columbus Police that morning. About 6 hours later, his run-in with police ended like this in the back of an officer's cruiser. Police saw Sergeant Argema's car parked in Westgate Park around 6 a.m. The park was closed and Sergeant Argema was not inside of his car. Officers found Sergeant Argema with his hands in his pockets. Officers told him to remove them. He told police if he took them out, his gun would fall. After several commands, Argema eventually complied with officers, and his gun inside of his holster fell to the ground. The sergeant told officers he was at the park working a receiving stolen property case. Officers reported Sergeant Argema's actions were suspect, and he was nervous. Officers also told him he was not on official business and that the park was closed. They handcuffed Argema for trespassing and violating Columbus City ordinance. Argema told them he had dropped his girlfriend off at a house nearby. They located the woman, and she confirmed his story. He was not charged with anything, and they let him go. And there's also an investigation into claims that Argema threatened a fellow deputy sergeant that responded to the second stop. Now, the investigation is not over. I will stay on top of this because you deserve to know how your tax dollars are being used. To read more about this and the woman, you can go on our website at NBC4i.com. Live in the newsroom, Rob Sneed, NBC4.